What's up, guys? Coach Gaglione here from GaglioneTraining.com. This is another edition of Getting Into Gear series, but we're also going to talk about the applications for both raw and equipped lifting, and today we're talking about the Slingshot. This is not like an advertisement or anything for Mark Bell, although he's a good friend, but it's just a great tool to use whether you are a raw or equipped lifter. And today we're going to talk about how we're utilizing the Slingshot in our training. So really simple device. You kind of slip it on your shoulders, slip it on your arms, I should say. And it's just going to kind of like act like, just like your muscle would as you're like lowering the weight. It's going to stretch. You're trying to stretch the material on the way down, and it's going to kind of give you a little bit of a boost in the bottom. So you can still get full range of motion, but you get that overload at the top. So it's really great during a peaking phase if you're a raw lifter. The other benefit is it's going to allow you to just do more work at a higher intensity, or you can just do more volume in general, because it's going to protect you where you're in the most vulnerable position for your shoulder is going to be at the bottom. That's where you're going to get the most support from the Slingshot. There are some considerations. Another thing I do like the Slingshot for, which we'll get into in a second, is there's different levels of it. So whether you're in a raw and equipped lifter, it depends on like which style you're going to use. Considerations, if the Slingshot is a little bit looser, so maybe you're a lightweight man or you're a woman, I would recommend a blue Slingshot and then have it wear it a little bit looser. When the Slingshot is looser, I'm going to recommend that you bring it a little bit higher, even above the elbow. And then if you're a more advanced lifter, you could definitely get a tighter Slingshot. So you could just, like, again, size up. If you're, again, like a woman who's kind of starting out, or a lightweight male, I recommend the blue Slingshot, whether it's overload work or just increased volume and stuff like that. If you're a more experienced lifter or heavyweight man, the red or the yellow Slingshot can be effective. I'd also recommend probably for these that you're going to probably be, if you're like a bigger guy and you're benching over 400 pounds, these would be better. These are kind of equivalent in the boost you're getting, but the difference is this one's got a tapered sleeve, so it's a little bit easier to put on. So this would be kind of the original. So again, this would be more for an experienced lifter or a heavyweight guy that's pushing a lot more weight. And if you're an equipped lifter, these can also be good for volume and things like that. I'd wear these a little bit tighter. And then the black Slingshot, the Mad Dog, this I would definitely recommend if you're an equipped lifter or you're trying to get into equipment. This is going to feel a little bit more like a bench shirt, especially if you wear it tight. It's going to actually give you a little bit of resistance coming down, where you actually need to actively pull the bar down a little bit, depending on what weight you're using. And this is going to give you the most boost, so this is going to be the most aggressive. So if you're transitioning into a bench shirt, or you'd like to wear a bench shirt, this could be a really great tool. Sometimes we'll even use this as a warm-up. So once we do some raw work, we might do some Slingshot work before we actually get into our shirt. It's a great way to warm up into your shirt, and also just kind of practice the groove. So you're going to allow yourself to kind of practice kind of stretching the material in the bottom, just like a bench shirt, and then get that like kind of pop out of the bottom, but you're still going to get that tricep work at the top and overload at the top. If it is a little bit tighter, if you're wearing a tighter Slingshot, and it's kind of appropriate for your ability level and your size, it's okay to wear it a little bit like kind of on the elbow, a little bit lower, and that's going to kind of feel a little bit more like a bench shirt. If you're a raw lifter, just some advice: try to keep the groove the same, so don't make sure you're not touching too low or kind of dumping it. That's going to be a tendency, and if that is happening, it's probably a little bit too tight, and that's going to actually kind of feel, again, like a bench shirt. So if you are looking to get an equipment, wearing some a little bit tighter, a little bit more aggressive style can be very helpful. On this particular day, a lot of our athletes, we did a bunch of sets of 5, just raw with a pause. So we did our competition style bench. So we did like 2 or 3 sets of 5, moderately heavy, and then we did some overload sets with the Slingshot. I'm working personally to get into my bench shirt again very soon. So, and again, I've lost some weight, so I'm just trying to ease my way back into the bench shirt. So I did some heavier work. I did a couple of singles in the Slingshot today. And our other lifters used the Slingshot for like more of an overload set. So it was something maybe that they could do maybe for 2, 3, or 4 reps raw, and they were able to do like 5, 6, 7, or 8 reps with the Slingshot. So they're able to get a little bit more volume in, a little bit more repetitions in at a higher percentage, and then we're going to kind of use that kind of central nervous system stimulation to try and go for some heavier work the following week without the Slingshot. So that's how you use the Slingshot in your training, whether you're raw or equipped. It is a great tool. Try to pick the Slingshot that's appropriate for your level and what your goals are. If this video helped you, please share it. Make sure to subscribe. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.